What's up, everyone? It's your boy TK from the Bat Cave, and I'm like 10 minutes late to my own live stream. My Wi-Fi looks like it's not even working correctly. My camera didn't want to go on. WandaVision ended. No more sitcoms. Anyways, I do want to say I do have the special guest. Well, he's not. He's special guest, but everybody knows him, and he's always gonna be around. And it's the man himself. It's the man himself. But before I get into him, hey yo, not like that. Before I bring him in, I do want to say I apologize for not being around YouTube for much. Just because I've been focusing on school and work and figuring out my schedule and then trying to read comics, but I haven't. And all I've been reading is Jackie Chan on the J train instead of comic books. I don't know why, but I've been reading Jackie Chan. All right, so let's bring in our special guest, everyone's special guest here, the man himself, dude's talking comics, Mo. I see Logan already in the chat, so I'm excited. And boom.
What is up? What is up, TK? How you doing?
I'm 10 minutes late. We was just talking backstage, and then the camera went out.
You said, "All right, I'm ready," and I was like, "Oh, let me text something," and he disappeared. And I'm here like this. I'm like, then he was like, "Oh, I'm resetting the camera." I was like, "Cool, I'm backstage, just chilling." And then you came back, and then you left again.
Yeah, because I was choppy. You saw how choppy I was. I was like, "What's going on?" It's crazy.
What causes?
I have no idea. I had to restart my laptop like 3 times and unplug and replug and plug in and plug out. I don't know what's going on. But how's everything, Mo? Look at you.
Oh, everything's cool. Just I'm in here.
You've been hitting the gym. You've been hitting the gym.
Damn. My boss hit me up last week. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna reopen soon." I was like, I had to drop the Dorito bags and start doing sit-ups. I was like, "Oh,"
and then pick them back up when you're done.
Actually, I did, because you can't leave a Dorito bag unfinished. So
just
here, just same old doing the family thing. As you can see, Logan back here, he got the hey,
he's getting ready for everything to reopen.
I didn't know anything
about
this. As soon as I saw you on, I just came downstairs right away.
Because he is TK Batcave, Do Southern Comics #1 fan. DTC Logan. He's so cool, he has to say his name twice.
I don't know what to put for my last name.
Well, I showed you how that works. We'll take care of the name. Don't worry about that. But other than that, TK, to answer your question, just doing the same thing, family thing. Just been active on Instagram, with the memes and the funny stuff.
Oh yeah. I've been seeing a lot of funny memes you've been putting up. It's making me die. Like, you know what's crazy? Because the whole topic of today and the whole video is going to be on WandaVision. But wow, I couldn't believe in the beginning, WandaVision came out, and I feel like there wasn't spoilers. And I'm not one to get too mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one to look at it and be like, damn, why you got to spoil it for me? I feel like going towards the end of the season, from the mid to the end, spoilers were everywhere. And I couldn't get away. And I was like, what the?
So I went on a little rant. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram regarding spoilers. I don't know if you saw my post. I put it on
I think it was a story. Was it a story?
It was an IG story.
Yeah.
I went on a rant. So what is the rule? So if a show comes out, first things first, I'll explain the rant, and then I want to ask you and X, whoever's watching, whoever catches it on rewind, what's the rule? What's the spoiler rule? Is the rule, if a show comes out Thursday night, Friday, should it be a day, 2 days, 24 hours before you post anything? So one of the major things, I guess we could, when we talk about WandaVision today, TK, we're obviously going to talk details on it. Like, one of the things that I did, I went on Instagram, and it was, how Instagram loads? It was loading, and I had a DM, and I wanted to go in the DM, but it loaded, and the first thing that pops out is White Vision's face. Poof. And I was like, what the? In Instagram, don't you have to put like a post saying spoiler alert, and then you swipe? You know what I mean?
I mean, you don't have to, but the people that really care about it does it, and I think that's awesome. I think that way is perfect.
It's an unwritten rule, right? There's no rule, but hey, And what got me upset, this was Saturday at like 3 in the afternoon. So this person watched it on Friday, and you couldn't wait until maybe Saturday night. Anyway, whatever. I got pissed off because that spoiled it for me. Even though I heard rumors about it, the first picture I see is a close-up of White Vision. So I went on a rant. I was like, I get it. We're on Instagram, you're on YouTube. We're doing both. You want to get those clicks, those likes, and everything. But also, I just feel people are so thirsty for that first to be the one to post about it.
That's a thing as well.
So
that's a thing as well. But
so what would you like? What would you like as
the way you said it, going on Instagram and going to the point that where you're scrolling down and you're scrolling down your feed, and then out of nowhere you see a spoil alert, and then it's like WandaVision. I think that's the perfect way to do that. And then it says swipe to the left or whatever it says, and you get the spoil. I think that's awesome because that negates everybody that hasn't seen it. You won't get spoiled unless you swipe for some reason. You're like, and then it's on your fault, and then you gotta look yourself.
And then some people counter that with, don't be on social media. Why can't we be on social media since we're being active, whether it's on Instagram promoting our channels? We can't do that for 2 days because people are thirsty like that to post. Like it's a balance. I just think there should be a heads up spoiler warning before you post.
I think there should be law enforcement that actually, right now, the Instagram police. Nah, I mean, I understand. Okay, I understand the business in the YouTube part. I understand people want to throw whatever out there and want to be the first ones and stuff. But I also understand that, hey, listen, you could put a thumbnail up and be like, hey, this is going to be a spoiler. Honestly, I'd even put in the description down below that this is going to be a spoiler alert. So
yeah, we're going to give people
definitely going to be a spoiler alert for all you guys.
Because fuck you. No, I'm just joking.
But I just think that they get a little carried away with it, and I understand why, and they want to be the first and stuff. It's just like, damn, like why you got to show it? Like, you can easily do it with the spoiler. Because with the shows that I do watch and they had the spoiler, I do swipe left. I'm like, I watched this. Yeah. So it's not like you're not getting my view, because I'll still watch it. Like, I'll still be like, okay, this is cool. But if I haven't watched it, I wouldn't look at your thing. But whatever. I'm gonna hit up the chat. We'll get into it more while we're describing and talking about this whole WandaVision. And I do have one problem. Well, yeah, I do have one problem with WandaVision, with the whole character and what's going on with her.
Okay. Well, we can definitely break it down.
But let me hit up the chat. We got Agu. Yo, my boy better be good. Yo, when is it not good? When does it? Yo, TK and Mo and TK Logan, Mo Logan, TK. When do we not do the best job ever?
We try.
Yeah, we try. I'm not saying it's the best job. Yo, TK over here spitting spoilers. Nah, not yet. But this will be a spoiler review talk, final thoughts, however you guys want to say it. We also got TK's Batcave live in 1 minute. That capital B smile.
It was supposed to be the smile with the sunglasses.
Yeah. No, I know exactly emoji what it was. It's just funny. Mark the Cuddy Sark, Mo's here to save the day. There you go. Cobra Viper 999. Thank you everyone for joining us. We're just here. We're about to talk WandaVision from the beginning to the end, sort of. We're about to skip a lot of things because we did a few episodes. And they could watch the videos. This is when we plug in our videos. You could go back and watch when we had the discussions and stuff. But just tell Perry to face it to his face, bro. If I ask why Perry spoiled something?
No, he actually was the first one to hit me up after my rant. He was like, I agree, bro. And some people are spoiling it on their thumbnails. He's like,
I think Perry by accident did that on his thumbnail, on one of his thumbnails.
It wasn't. Perry.
You get lost in that, and I was thinking about that too. For this thumbnail, I was looking for a picture for the background. I was like, wait a minute, is this spoiling it is this like I had to look for a neutral picture? So I understand if you guys make a mistake.
It wasn't anyone that I know, but also I wouldn't shout them out like that. I wouldn't do that. It's whatever. I'm over it. So it's something that, again, we don't have a official rule in the comic book community of how to go about spoiling. It's
Yeah,
dope.
and it's hard because the other side can argue as well. They can be like,
Yeah.
hey, listen, if you're content creators and you're always on top of everything, wouldn't you be on top of watching the show and the movie when it drops
You're
and
right.
stuff? And I
You're
can
right.
see that them arguing that, but
No, you're right.
whatever. I guess you know what it is? The self-control that you have to have to stay away from Instagram.
It's tough.
It is. Your
It's tough.
downtime is your phone, and it happens like that. It's crazy what we live in. Laugh Loud just playing. Perry doesn't spoil. I know he doesn't spoil. He hits me up every time it drops, and he's like, "Yo, did you guys watch it? Or did you watch it?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, and he always tells me this. He's like, "Yo, this episode is crazy." I'm like, "Bro, that's what you said about last episode." But it's good. It's good. He's been on the right track with that. But all right, Mo. Let's see, where do you want to begin? Do you want to start from the beginning of the show? Just give a little synopsis of what happened in the beginning, or how the show even came about. Like, what came before the show and how we got there?
It seems like the show takes place right after is it Avengers Infinity War or Endgame?
Endgame.
It's Endgame, right?
It's Endgame, yeah.
Oh, actually, yes, it is Endgame because she leaves the funeral, pretty much the funeral of Tony Stark's, and she heads to Sword. And I guess it came to her attention that Vision's body was being kept in Sword. And I guess she wanted to say like a final goodbye, or maybe like bury him or something like that. And
oh, you trying to bury a robot? Nah, imagine.
Yo, but the robot has a heart.
Yo, bro. Emotions.
And then to pause right there. Let's also remember what Wanda's been going through. She had lost her brother, and then Vision was the one who was kind of like, being there for her to deal with her grief, and then she loses Vision not once but twice. Because remember, she kind of killed him, had to destroy the Mind Stone. Then my man Thanos came and was like,
how crazy is that? It's like, hey, I have to kill you to save the world because the enemy's coming. Thanos is coming, so I'm gonna kill you. And then Vision's like, "Don't worry, you can never hurt me." And he puts that face, and then she kills him. And then he reverses time. Thanos reverses time with the time gem, and kills him in front of her.
Yep.
And he just puts his hand through his forehead, yo. Can you imagine that? Oh man, that's horrible.
Big fingers. He left such a big dent, and he just rips it, leaves his body there. He's like, she's there like in shock. So okay, then we go through the whole thing of Endgame. So, and then she ends up going to Sword, and she sees the body there. And how can we break this down? Do we go through the episodes or how she got to that? Because the show did a good job explaining how it happened. You know what I mean? So pretty much where we end up watching her in a world that doesn't exist, right? Wouldn't that be the best way to describe it?
Yeah. So after the events of Endgame, and it's crazy, we get sneak peeks of her power.
Yes.
During Endgame and at the end of Infinity War. I say Infinity War because obviously he needed one more stone, right? At that point, he needed that Mind Stone.
He needed the Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone.
Just gotten the stone from Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So I just want to point out that her powers were displayed in a big way during those two films, just because that one scene where she has to break the gem off his head, or Infinity Stone, however you want to say it, and she has to destroy it, and she's holding Thanos back at the same time. Remember that part? Like, she's doing both at the same time, which that was the display of power right there.
I forgot about that.
And she was like the only one that can do that. Yeah. And then afterwards, we already know what happened in Endgame when your boy cried out, Wolf, and he was like, "Yo, I need your help, rain fire from above."
Rain fire, but sir, the troops, rain fire. She was like, "You took everything away from me." He's like, "I don't even know who you are." You will.
that was a great scene. Yeah, that was good, because that was one of the best scenes. You know what? Perfectly done. Marvel did it perfectly. I I can't complain because that scene to show Scarlet Witch, to show Wanda's power at that moment, and to show that not even Thanos could live up to that power, it's crazy. It's crazy. But so then we fast forward. Vision dies. She's in grief. She can't believe what's happened. She lost Pedro, her brother. She lost Vision, and now she's in a town. She goes to Westview, and then in Westview, she creates her own bubble.
Which I don't remember in the previous stories. Maybe you do. I never heard of Westview. I don't know if they spoke about it openly in the movies, but I guess it's implied that maybe they had a private conversation about living there. And I guess she ended up driving over there. How she ended up there, I know she had like a little piece of paper, oh, that's what it was. Okay, so you had the note.
Yeah.
With the heart, bro. And I guess it was like she goes to where I guess they had a discussion of where they were going to grow together, old, be married and everything. I guess they were going to build it. So
yeah. I mean, he had the foundation right there. They drive up to the house where the foundation is.
Yeah. So I guess privately in a hidden conversation, they spoke about after all this crazy stuff in Infinity War, Endgame, we're going to live out here. We're going to live our lives, robot and witch, we're going to do this, like, and she goes there. And I guess she started thinking about the life that could have been. And then she opens the little letter, has a little heart, and says to go Olden.
This is a crazy relationship that if you were to describe it in comics and be like, hey, listen, or to someone and be like, hey, listen, yeah, she's a witch and he's a robot in the most simplest terms. She's a witch, he's a robot. They have a relationship together. People would be like, yo, what the that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even look like it's gonna work out. I think this show actually put that together and was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, the emotional aspect of it. And then on top of that, she had part of the Mind Stone within her, and that's how she created this vision of her own.
Yeah. The show also did a good job of explaining. They fixed some of the continuity error. Remember, and I know some people that are going to be watching either now or live, they're going to see us jump back and forth. Remember what happened with WandaVision, with Wanda and Quicksilver when we first met them. When we first met them, they made it seem like the Hydra was experimenting on them, and that's how they got their powers. But in this show, we come to find out that she always had the powers. It's just that Mind Stone enhances them. So it proves that they're mutants. You know what I mean? It proves that they're mutant. So when that, there's that episode that explains like how the first trauma happened when the parents were killed and everything.
Yeah.
Starks, man, there's so much to talk about in the show. Even that Stark weapon, that is the first commercial they show us with the toaster, how it connects.
Yeah.
Remember when that missile hit and killed her parents, she's under the sofa with Pietro, and it's about to blow, and she kind of like does something and it stops it from exploding. Oh, so she had the power already. It's not that she was experimented on by Hydra. She's a mutant, just like she's a mutant. You know what I mean? It's just that when she ran into the Mind Stone, it kind of like enhanced it a little bit more. So the whole point is they fixed that continuity error now that and Marvel has the rights to the X-Men with just that episode explaining the origin. You know what I mean? Like, no, she always had the power because they were like kids. They were like 12 or 13. And when you're a mutant, you have that X gene and it kind of like it comes out when you're a teenager, when you're going through your hormones and puberty and stuff like that.
Yeah, puberty hits and you got powers now. I wish.
Yeah, right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right?
You know what I'm saying, Logan?
But the whole point of me saying that is what you just said of that scene and how the show also fixed that continuity error, which we got to talk about too later on. How does this show set up X-Men when we thought something was gonna happen, but it didn't? And it's like, wait, I'm confused and I'm kind of upset, but it's kind of funny too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. She's definitely the black sheep of Marvel right now. She's definitely been through so much, and it's just crazy because the people don't accept her and they have a reason for it. And then it's like, yo, you still messed up and did all of this. Now we had Agnes the witch come through, right?
Yeah.
where did her influence begin?
So this is me not doing any research or whatever, because I knew about Agnes in the comic book. In the comic book, she was a witch who helped Wanda learn how to use her powers.
Yeah, that's how I saw it, because that's how I remembered her. I don't remember her being evil.
She wasn't, but in this version, she's evil. But I think what happened was that power that was being used, it caught her attention. And throughout the whole show, I think she was trying to figure out, how did Wanda do this? How did she do this? Because I want this power. So I think she was going along with it the whole time. She was going along with it. And they show pieces of that in the episode. Remember when it's an episode she comes in to watch over the kids, and then Wanda says something. She's like, "Okay, you want to redo it again? You want to redo it again?"
Yeah.
And Wanda, what did you say? She's like, "You want to." She was going along with it the whole time, but also controlling certain things. Because Wanda didn't do this on purpose. She didn't do this on purpose. But around episode 3, I think she knew that she wasn't doing it on purpose, but she was also not denying it, if that makes any sense.
I thought she was doing it on purpose, but she didn't know she was conflicting pain to others.
Okay, so check this out. Episode 1 and episode 2, which people complain about a lot. I kind of like, it bothers me a little bit, because it's like, I get why people complain about it, but us who kind of knew what was kind of going on, it was like, okay, just keep watching it. We all know this is not what it seems. Just keep watching it. It's not what it seems. That's why they dropped 2 episodes. Anyway, the whole point is episode 3. Remember when she was talking about the twins, and she goes, and Monica Rambeau, she's like, "Oh, you say you had a brother? The one that Ultron killed your brother." And Wanda kind of snaps out of it, and she's like, "What you say?" Anyway, she ends up like blasting Monica through the mother realm.
Yeah, she went through everything and then right out the bubble.
That was the first time that she kind of snapped out of it, and then she kind of went back. So she didn't do this on purpose, but in episode 3, she found out that, oh, wait a minute, but you know what? I kind of like this because I kind of have my family and stuff. So she didn't do it on purpose, but she also went along with it.
Yeah.
From episode 3 on.
Yeah. I mean, it's her fault either way. Either way, it's her fault. She's evil. She's bad. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, like, you know.
I mean, but she
even said she doesn't know how her powers work.
Yeah, but she did something.
She dropped on her knees. Remember when the little heart with the V, she was like, ah, and then I think it just whoosh, or her power created whatever it created. And then black and white, and all of a sudden visions, they're like, Wanda. I like that accent. Wanda.
Right?
Wanda.
Cool guy. I like the character of the Vision.
I think she went along with it.
I mean, but still, because she still was going around town saying, "Get out of here! I don't want nobody in here," from the outside world. So it's like
after episode. Oh, wait a minute! You're right, CK. Episode 2 with the B guy.
Yeah, she was like, "Nah."
You're right.
You get me?
No, she didn't say nah. She was like, "Fuck no." No, just
everybody that kind of came in, she controlled, and it was like weird. And then she knew she controlled. Then the Vision was asking her while she was breaking the Vision. While the Vision was breaking out, he was like, "Yo, Wanda, what's going on?" She was like, "Oh shit, this guy's figuring that shit out. Ain't nothing going on, honey." But it's just, I think she just didn't know she was conflicting pain to others. She thought that she was giving them their reality and that they were living perfectly and nice and everything. And then to come to find out that the kids were locked up in like closets or something, or in rooms. Remember?
They were, from the way they explained it, was the closer you were to her, or if she needed you for that specific day, you had a role. The farther you were away, you kind of went on sleep mode, and you weren't needed for that specific episode. So you were kind of like a zombie, and it
was so creepy.
Yeah,
so creepy because some of them teared.
Yeah.
Some of them teared. Some of them, like, it was so, it freaked me out. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, yo, like they're suffering in the bodies. They're going everything. That's why I can't excuse everything on Wanda. I can't be like, yeah, Wanda's the good girl, the positive girl, and she just didn't know what was going on. I feel like she she needs to be.
I
I feel like from the beginning she's been a f up. You know.
I agree, and she knows it at the end, because even when she kind of fixed everything, people were looking at her like how they looked at witches back then, like evil.
Yeah.
Like evil. So she's not the perfect hero right now. She's not even considered a hero. It's just she dealt up about her grief a certain way, and since she had powers, it affected everyone while she was trying to be happy. So it's, and also you mentioned also something that was creepy. There was this creepy essence in this show throughout the whole time that I enjoyed, especially episode 1 when it turned from I Love Lucy to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
When I was choking and the girl from the 70s show, she was like, stop it, stop it. She wasn't saying stop it to him. She was saying stop it to Wanda. Stop it to the control. And then it took that Twilight Zone angle.
Yeah, man. I just loved it. I loved the whole aspect of that. The creepiness, the horrorness, just a little element, just a little taste of horror. That's all you need. So you can be like, while you're watching this Mary X-Men, Marvel TV show, you get that, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Perry was like, first of all, he goes, yo, so what's up, Perry? My boy in the house. He's like, laugh my ass. Yo, people hated so hard on the first 3 episodes. Yes, and that's because it's just understanding. They just didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand what was going on, but I knew that there was a buildup. I knew there was some Easter eggs going, looking at it, and I knew that the more strange it was, the more I'm like, yo, what is going on? You get me? Like, what is going on? It just felt weird. Ooh, got my girl in the house. She's like, I think her powers are controlled by her emotions. Therefore, it's not intentional. So if she misses Vision, her powers get her what she wants without considering the consequences.
And that's to add on to that, TK, that's what we're saying. She's not good or bad. She did that by accident. She created it by accident, but she also was controlling it slightly.
Yeah, and she didn't listen to everyone that was telling her. Like Vision was like, hey, listen, they're hurting. He told me, I snapped him out, and he said he was hurting. Like it was hurting him. And she felt so comfortable, and she loved the life that she was having with the Vision and the kids, that she was just like, yo, I don't give a fuck who's hurting.
And hold on, I'm going to say this one more time for those that don't understand Wanda. They showed it throughout the whole show. She grew up in a terrible neighborhood, war. There was death around her.
She grew up in Bushwick.
Then her parents were killed by a Tony Stark weapon by accident. Then her brother was killed. Then her Vision, her love was killed. Jesus Christ, this girl's going through it all. She created her own world. She was like, that's why when she came out all boss, which you'll bring it out the first time she came out, she was like, ain't nobody taking this away from me again. I was like, oh.
But she has been creating not chaos but damage, and I'm gonna go in depth with that. And this is the only point that I get a little tired of, and I'm just like, not this again. And I'm gonna explain it, but let me keep reading. Oh, so now she just got to figure out how to control her powers. Yeah, and we seen that with the Hulk, but he still lets loose with that. Remember when? And they had that in continuity as well. And they said that, oh, he can control his powers. That's why in Avengers he was able to transform. I'm always mad and hate. Yeah. But But with that being said, with the controlling her powers and everything like that, we still know that in the end she's gonna be a bad person again.
Yes and no.
I feel like she is. I still feel like there's more to come for the bad side of it. And that's why I'm like, yo, I don't want it to be like that, because honestly, from the beginning, she's been doing bad. From when we first got her in Age of Ultron, whatever, she was being manipulated, and I understand that, by Ultron or whatever. And then, she caused the damage of the Hulk versus Iron Man fight. She's the one that caused that. She's the one that caused all that damage. She threw the bomb up and people blew up. And I'm not saying, that was a mistake. That was a mistake as well. But is she still being seen as like the bad person? And I feel like that's a thing that keeps happening. And then when WandaVision came out, it was like, all right, she was still doing wrong things, and people were still being, still suffering from her. And I feel like that's how the future at one point is going to happen again like that. And that's why I didn't like, and I hope it's not like that, she's a good person who did a bad thing. Hey, yo, babe, there's no excuses. Chill, you know. We get out of here. Come using that. Imagine she references Wanda in the argument.
No.
Yeah, but look what Wanda did. You get me? She knows.
Nah,
But I understand. Perry goes, yo, imagine if Vision cheated on her. Her powers would have went even crazier. Laugh at us.
Poor Vision. He was yo. And remember when he tried to leave the Hex and he was falling to pieces? You know what he kept saying? That's why he was worthy. He said, "Save the people." And he's falling to pieces. Meanwhile, that piece of shit guy, the head of Sword, he was like, "Look at him trying to get out." Meanwhile, Darcy's like, "Save him, save him."
Oh man, yeah, I feel bad for the Vision. Again, they both suffered in this TV show, and I thought it was great. It was great, and I want to ask you, who suffered the most?
Well, she has suffered personally the most because of all the trauma that she's been through. Those people also suffered because they were suffering her pain and grief, and that's gonna stay with them. No one was killed though. Everybody was reunited with their family, but I think permanently they're gonna know what it felt, what she felt, and that's gonna stay with them forever. Who suffered the most? I'm gonna still say Wanda, man.
Wanda? What about the Vision, bro? Yo, bro, when he came back, he got smashed. He became a thought. He wasn't even his full self.
So we're gonna have to talk about Vision. Like, is he coming back? Where is this Vision? Because that's not Vision. That's not Vision. That is Vision, but that's
Vision. So sad though. That's not even, you're not even the real Vision.
That's why my man threw out a mathematical, psychological, gooey equation, and the Vision was like, what?
Which that is the real Vision. That's the real embodiment of the Vision. He's just missing his thoughts and everything like that.
And then he tried to get some thoughts. He tried to do the Spider-Man number 700 and transfer all his memories to Doc Ock in the body, but only he got the memories, but they're not his memories. And it messed him up. He was like, "I'm the Vision. Peace."
I still want. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. I was gonna say I still want clarification when it comes to the Vision's power. But now that I think of it, he was part of the Mind Stone, and that's how I'm assuming he's snapping everybody out of their mind control.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah. I just thought of that. Like I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense now that we do it. But Perry's like, yo, so did White Vision run away or go off and self-destruct? He has his own agenda. I don't think he self-destruct, because if he did, I think they'll show us. There wouldn't be no point not to show us.
He didn't self-destruct, but he also bounced because he was like, I'm being used as a weapon of destruction. No, I'm out. Now I have control, but he's also trying to figure out who the hell he is, because he's no one.
Yeah.
That robot.
He's a Vision. He said it.
He is a Vision.
I'm the Vision.
He's not the Vision. He's not Jarvis' Vision. He's not Wanda's Vision. He is a Vision. And he's like, all right, he went to Mars
and sat down. I know he sat down and turned blue,
and he's like looking at the world, and he's like, "These stupid motherfuckers," like Mr. Manhattan,
like Dr. Manhattan. That's funny. Again, to go to that point, I think the Vision is the Vision. I think it's gonna be cool to see what happens next with him, because obviously they can't just erase a character just like that by him flying away. So I think there's gonna be more into it, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
Can I tell you what I would love to see happen with the Vision? Yeah, yo, Cindy, I feel Wanda did. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna answer it clearly too. Wanda did suffer the most because of what she did at the end too. Something that I was surprised. I knew one thing was gonna happen. I didn't think both things were gonna happen.
Yo, the Vision came back as a thought. He had kids and he died, and he had to accept that he was gonna die again and again.
That's why he was like,
no, I'm kidding. I believe Wanda suffered the most, and I believe it was the most impactful for her. But I'm just like, damn, but like, look how much the Vision wasn't even himself. He didn't even know what was going on. He was scared. We saw emotions, we saw tears. he even said he was scared when he told Vision that. I mean, when he told Wanda when they were in the air and stuff like that. I was just like,
Oh,
it's so creepy to see an AI have these kind of moments, and I was just like, oh man, I feel bad for this.
did you feel something when he was in the air in episode 3 before he was like
That weird,
I was like,
weird flying glide. I hate those stands.
Yep.
I think.
he did the Karate Kid, both of them. Scared. My man, you're like indestructible. But I get ignorance is bliss. Therefore, Vision suffer towards the end, which is true because from the beginning he kept saying, yo, this ain't real, babe. This ain't real. You gotta fix this. You gotta fix this. And she's like, no.
But imagine you being the Vision, and you find out that you're not even alive and you died.
But that's why he was like, he accepted it. He was like, I know I'm not real. I'm not real. And he also said one thing. He said, this is not the last time I'm gonna see you. I know in some weird way we're gonna see each other again. He not like, oh, I'm gonna go join this Vision. He knows in some weird way he'll see her again. How? We're not gonna see Vision for a long time. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't want to see him in the next movie. Don't do that. Maybe like a year or two. I'm gonna tell you how Vision is gonna come back. So, oh, you're waiting for me to say it?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Picture this, TK. Picture this. What if in a movie, a year or two from now, maybe an Avengers movie, we see White Vision somewhere? I don't know, the woods, a planet, something. He's just sitting down, processing. Visualize it. Please visualize this. And then he's trying to figure himself out, and all of a sudden, you hear system corruption, and he's kind of like, and then you hear the voice, oh, happy to be back, Ultron.
Yo, what
In
if
the body that he wanted originally.
What if he comes back and says there's no strings attached?
Oh, even better. Oh, no.
That's cool. That would be awesome. Man. That would be cool. I didn't even think about Ultron coming back in Vision's body, the body he wanted.
Body is the body that Ultron created for himself. And then when Wanda touched it and she saw that what he was gonna do, that's when they blasted him away. That's even better. And that voice, that cool voice they had. Now there's officially no strings attached on. That would
I think that would be crazy. Wanda definitely has suffered the most.
And she sacrificed 2 things at the end. 3 things.
She sacrificed everything.
Which surprised me.
She sacrificed.
We'll talk about
her husband and her kids.
Yo, I thought she was going to sacrifice her husband. Not the kids too. And then she's like, oh, thank you for choosing me. And they're like, good night, mom. Meanwhile, the hex is closing and then they already left. I thought she was going to officially not sacrifice, but put things right with Vision going away. But I thought I was hoping the kids would pop out, even though they did tease that they're somewhere.
Yeah, that scream or something, which somebody told me, somebody DM'd me that, which it makes me laugh. It's crazy because it goes with the whole speculation of Mephisto being a part of WandaVision and everything like that. So they're speculating that that the voice that she hears is actually Mephisto.
Messing with her.
Yeah.
Yo, because she didn't think twice. She was like,
and her eyes turned red.
Yeah. Mommy. I would do the same thing. If I'm probably like, what? But how messed up would that be?
But where's the story in there? Like, where are the kids?
So this is why we got to talk about one. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about WandaVision, but it was cool and funny, and now I'm even more confused about X-Men. All right, so Quicksilver, that was not Quicksilver. That was not Quicksilver from the X-Men. It wasn't.
That was a fail on my part. I hated that part.
It was a fail, but it was a well played, Marvel. It was a inside meta humor. I get it. Thank you. But now we're speculating about the multiverse. Like, okay, so now we're not connected. Oh, it was more of a hidden joke. Okay, thank you. how the hell are the X-Men gonna come into the MCU now?
And if the X-Men do come, where's Pietro? And who is Pietro?
Yeah, because it seems they made it clear that her original brother, no, he passed. But we thought in some weird multiverse magical way that they did bring him back, but it was from the X-Men universe, and that's what we all freaked out because it was like, holy crap, it's connected. But it wasn't. It was Agnes who picked a random guy, and we found out who
what was
Ralph
his name? Something Boner? Ralph Boner?
His name was Ralph Boner, which they said it was a hidden joke from Growing Pains, because Growing Pains, the lead actor's best friend, was Boner. And
I don't care about any of that, bro. Going into some dumb depth like that, I swear, why they do that?
The thing was, one, I was disappointed to find out who Ralph was. I thought Ralph was gonna be Mephisto or some badass motherfucker. Now we find out this Quicksilver is not even the real Quicksilver. So now we're back to, remember one of our last videos, TK. We broke down how this could set up the X-Men, and now we're back to square one, unless
before anything
in WandaVision and Doctor Strange. I was disappointed, but I laughed, and I thought it was kind of weird, the whole Ralph. I was like, all right.
I was just like, why? Like, why do that? Why tease it like that and not have it be like that? Because then the questions are gonna come. Because now it's like, yo, now if Pietro ever comes as that actor as Quicksilver, what about Ralph Boner?
Ralph Boner's just a regular dude, man. He was an actor, which is funny because that guy's an actor. But damn, Agnes, you made us think that you were working for someone whose name was Ralph, and it was just you was just using his house to live in while you were messing with Scarlet Witches. It's whatever. That's my only complaint. My only complaint of the show was that, to me,
yeah.
Out of 5 stars, I give this show a 5 because it's just so different.
Yeah. It's definitely out of place. Like, we would even expect this from MCU, from Marvel.
Exactly. It was well written. It's so different, and it did set up a lot of the next phase in Marvel. Scarlet Witch now goes to Doctor Strange number 2. Now she's going to be even more powerful. Just like, remember Doctor Strange in part 1? He wasn't so powerful, but the next time we saw him in Infinity War, he was even more powerful.
Which is weird because we get that statement from Agnes that says, you're even more powerful. Your power exceeds the Sorcerer Supreme.
I was like, what?
I was like,
ooh.
And it made sense because her powers are just, it's literally powers. She doesn't even know how she does this. Doctor Strange is more of a spellcaster in a way. And it's not like he has some power, but some of them he has to do like some crazy movement to do. Her powers just comes out out of nothing. She's like whatever thought.
Agnes explained, in order for your power, you just do it. You don't have to do a spell or say whatever. So it's like, damn. So she's more powerful than Doctor Strange? Damn. What does that set up? How far does that go? What if she's a villain? And also, we're going to see Agnes again.
Yeah, but do you want to see Wanda again being bad again?
I don't think she's going to be bad. I don't think she's going to be good. I think she's just going to be around doing her own thing.
Last time she did her own thing, she took over a whole town called Westview, expanded that because Vision was dying outside of the boundaries.
She said, "Mommy, Daddy." She was like, "Duh." I was like, "Wow!"
Like, what she needs to do is go to a different planet, and create her own world.
Yeah, but I think she learned that that's not gonna. She learned to accept what happened and to move on. That was the whole ending of like episode 9. Where will she go from here on out? I have no idea. Because Agnes made it, Agatha, she made it clear though, TK. She said, "You don't know what you just done, and you're gonna need my help." Whoa, what does that mean? What does that mean? So what happened? That sets it up. She said, "You have no idea what you just done," which is like, yo, is Agatha bad though? Or was she trying to take her power to control it for her to be more powerful, but so also she feels she's more of a veteran as a witch to take care of it. And then when this girl turned everything back, she was like, "You don't know what you just done. You're gonna need my help." So there's an evil lurking. Who's the
Sounds
evil?
like the Phoenix to me.
Yo, how crazy would it have been though if she would have turned into a phoenix? I think I would have gotten tight. And again,
Phoenix versus Scarlet Witch. Who takes it?
damn.
I mean, I guess his limitations and powers, we would have to see how far they can go and what she can do. But it's like, now that I think of it, can Scarlet Witch create mutants
she literally created 2 kids.
with powers?
Yeah. Not even on purpose. She wasn't like, I want to be pregnant. Bloop. She just turned around and was like pregnant. How did she do that? Like, they didn't explain that either. That's why this guy.
Definitely powerful, like beyond power, and she might have to pass away in the future. That's how powerful she is.
She's gonna have to be the Sentry.
Yeah, that's too dangerous. I mean, damn, wow, look at me. I sound like the Illuminati in comics. That she's too dangerous to keep around. No, but it's like the way she's going, and she was studying. And let's go to the final what was it? Mid-credit scene, post-credit scene, where she's by herself.
The second one, yeah.
So what she was doing is just trying to show that she's living an ordinary life to whoever's looking at her. That's what I got. Again, I didn't do the research. I didn't see any Easter egg videos, YouTube videos. But from what I got, or from what I saw, and I told my girl that too, I was like, I think she's trying to let everybody see her as just like being alone, but in the back room, she's actually studying the witchcraft and the book of Damn, I think it's called.
She's doing exactly what Doctor Strange did in part 1. That while his body slept or lived or did normal things, his projection, his astral plane was studying so he can catch up on all the knowledge. So while she's living a normal life, her astral plane is learning how to be the Scarlet Witch. Because remember, she said, I still don't know how to use these powers, but I will learn to control it. So she's using no time at all wasted to learn.
Yo, Doctor Strange versus Wanda.
Oh, Wanda right now, bro. Wanda be like, ah.
Yo, Doctor Strange has the...
Yo, but by the time he does this, she turns him into a dog. But remember in Doctor Strange, while he was sleeping, his body was sleeping, and he was astral playing. He was like learning how he was going through all the books. That's what she was doing. So I think she's not wasting any time because she's afraid that she might lose control again. So that she's learning how to control her power.
It's crazy how her power exceeds how that statement was just put out there. Like, yo, your power exceeds the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it does, who can stop her?
Whoever, I mean, where does Doctor Strange get his power from? It's from a power source. Wanda gets her power from a power source. Because all those books are how to use that power that you have, but it's coming from somewhere. So it has to be like a big bad out there. Because they said
it's Mephisto writing down like this.
They said that she has chaos magic and there's a chaos god. And they say that that's the guy who's saying the kids' names, like, Mom, help. Like, it's him doing that.
Mephisto. But again, there's different gods and there's different people it can actually be. We can't just assume that it's Mephisto because there's other people with those similar powers as well, or greater than Mephisto. Because you got Thor's uncle, which is
he's also
one of the most powerful. He's above Mephisto and everybody.
Is he like the god?
He's also a wizard. I don't even think he's considered a Sorcerer Supreme. He's considered like some other thing.
Yeah, but he's one of them. And there's a book in Doctor Strange. There's books, and there was one book missing.
One book missing. Yeah, which
was the book that this girl had. But in each of those books, there's a chaos. There's that guy, Thor, his uncle. If you have that power, there's a book for you how to learn how to use that. That's how I got. I could be wrong though.
Is there a book on how to use Batman's powers?
No, that is you have to go disappear for like 10 years with the what is it? The shadows, the who are they called?
Oh, Ra's al Ghul's clan. What are they called?
10 years and you become Batman.
Well, now it wasn't only with them though. He's been he went through different masters in the on Earth, so that's pretty cool. It would be cool if they do like during my time when I was training, I also went to different planets for training.
Can you imagine though?
I learned alien kung fu.
Wait, what? He's like, yo. Didn't somebody put on Instagram who would win in a fight? Batman or Scarlet Witch?
I don't know. Somebody put that there, and I was like, "Yo, with prep time, yo, your boy got it."
Oh man, his prep time will be reading the book, right?
That's it. That's all he needs to do. I mean, he would put it like that. Let's be honest. He would just be like, "Where's her power depriving from, or whatever?" And then he would just go through it like that. But yeah, they OD on it too many times.
But if it's Batman, he already read the book.
I mean, look at what happened in Dark Knight Meadows when he took the death ring.
Oh yeah.
That's how he was alive the whole time, which is crazy. Actually, speaking of comics, let me just jump into comics real quick.
Yeah,
I did go to the LCS today, and I did pick up Man Bat versus Suicide Squad #1. Now number 2. I did like the first issue, so I'm looking forward to this Man Bat. And that's a cool cover. You know, this cover reminds me of the Moon Knight covers. Remember that Moon Knight, that 90s run? Was it 90s?
That looks crazy.
But yeah, then I got the James Tynion and Jorge Jimenez's Batman, which is gonna introduce. I don't know if you know, Mo. There's a new female character coming on board. I forgot what's her name. I haven't read it though, but I know she's coming.
Who is she affiliated with?
The Joker? I don't know. She's well, actually, I don't even know. I think she's with the whole Magistry. Have you been reading Future State and all of that? Probably.
Man, the only thing that I've been reading, I've been so out the loop, is I read the second issue of
Last Ronin.
Ooh,
that's some good stuff right there.
What's the other thing? There is something else. I think it's just like 2 copies. I've been out the loop, man.
Me too. I've been out the loop. I was like, yo, I gotta go pick up my books today before it gets all crazy.
My question is, are we out the loop because there's just nothing good to read? Major.
No.
Major.
There was I was enjoying a lot of stuff. Well, the Future State, some stuff. Dark Detective was actually really good. I enjoyed it. The whole Robin Eternal was okay. Justice League, Batman. I'm in the whole whatever is around Batman. I'm gonna read everything else, like the whole storyline. There's tie-ins in that, but they haven't come up with its main story. The tie-ins are whack. I read like a couple, and I was just like, oh man, this is. I mean, it's not that it's whack. It's just like it's a tie-in.
Talking about it,
but yeah, man. So to go back to WandaVision, to rate this off, it's a 5-star show for I'm assuming you that like you said it.
I'm gonna take the weekend, probably Monday, and on my IG story, I'm gonna put my top 5 comic book shows.
There you go.
I can honestly say I think I have it up there. I just don't want to jump the gun, because when we're talking comic book shows, I have to consider if I'm gonna put it this high just through one season. Which, by the way, this show is not meant to have 2 seasons. It's a one.
Yeah, my girl didn't like that.
Yeah, because how do you come back from that WandaVision of that style, and then WandaVision season 2, what, they're together or something? Or
no. Well, yeah.
Or where is she? Where's Vision?
Well, it doesn't have to be called WandaVision anymore.
No. It could continue, but
it could be called the Scarlet Witch.
Which, by the way, her suit matches the same suit Magneto had.
Magneto, right?
Apocalypse.
I think they're just messing with us, bro. Now that I see the whole thing unfold with Pietro and Quicksilver, I think they're listening to the fans. They just can't accomplish what the fans want, but what they can do is give a little couple of nods towards anything. Or
I mean, they can. Oh yeah. Come on, bro. Ooh.
Yeah, but her parents died in the bombing.
Maybe that wasn't her real daddy. What about my boy?
You said it like that.
What about my boy? Have you seen Vishan? Yo, what's up with my boy? Yo, how are they so quick with this stuff?
Yo, people just they make me cry and tear with these memes.
Yo, my
These
man
photos.
Vishan was like, hold on, I'm gonna let that clear up. Nah, me and Wanda don't talk no more. I tomorrow I'll decide, because if it's only one season, do I put that above another show that has 2 or 3?
Man, that creates categories, more categories, and it's just weird.
And also, if I'm doing comic book, am I just doing Marvel and DC? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's definitely top 3. You know, but where do I have Daredevil season 1? Where do I?
That's the thing. We would have to do it by seasons, Mo.
Yeah.
You would have to be like, yo, what seasons are there your favorite seasons in any show in Marvel and DC?
It definitely has to be between them, and I know I'm missing. I'm just talking at the top of my head. I know it would have to be between this show and Daredevil season 1, The Boys season 1, nothing from WB season 1.
Nah, I think The Boys is above WandaVision.
You know why I might have WandaVision above them? Because it was just so different. The Boys is different. The fact that in episode 1 and 2, I'm watching a black and white TV show, purposely corny as hell, and I knew something is gonna pop off. Something's gonna pop off, and then the way episode 2 progressed, with just the little helicopter with the color, or the girl with the blood, and then episode 3 with the blast, and then it was just like, this was so different. Then The Boys is like, what the hell am I watching here? This is insane. I have to then Daredevil season 1 also, to me, that was different, because it went from WB TV shows, movies, to hardcore finally comic. Like, whoa! I still remember the Kingpin blasting that dude's head, and the bang, bang, bang. So that's why I need to sit down. I have a top 3. I just don't know yet, and I don't want to jump the gun. So I don't know, bro. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be. There's a lot of things that is gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, well, what is going on? Like, especially with Wanda after this, is with Scarlet Witch. Her power levels are crazy, extreme. We already know. We've seen what she can do, what she's capable of. Now, if we compare her to another hero or villain who is up to her standards as just Wanda in her bubble with that kind of power, now we fast forward and we know now Wanda has the Book of the Dam, or I think that's the name of it. Now her power is like what? Multiplying by a lot, because she's learning so much. Who is up to that Scarlet Witch's level? Who's up to her level that we know of in the MCU?
Even though she said what she said, Agatha, I still remember Doctor Strange putting those hands with Thanos, and I was like, ah!
That's what I was saying. I was like, yo,
I think they're here because she's still learning. Oh, and by the way, her story continues in Doctor Strange Part 2. That's her story continues. We'll see how strong she is. I have them here, right? Until I'm proven wrong, I have Doctor Strange right here.
Mo, I got the best movie right here. The best way to do this. I don't see any other way. It would have to be Doctor Strange versus Scarlet Witch. Now, before you go into that, I want to tell you, I want to paint a picture for you.
Should I close my eyes like you did with my Ultron prediction?
Well, I'm not gonna go in depth. I just wanted you could paint your own picture, but I'm saying this is not a fight between super strength and super strength. This is not a fight between speed and energy blast and all of that. I would want to fight on the big screen between like some weird ass fight. Like it would go to like
on the mind.
It turns animalistic, and then it goes into like a psychological battle, and then it goes into like, universal battles and stuff like that, just between these two characters. Like it would be a fight that we'd never seen before. And I'm saying a fight in a different category. I'm not saying a fight hands-to-hand combat.
So it'll be like the closest thing I could think of. It'll be like Professor X versus the Shadow King in the shadow realm, in the mind, something like that. Like it's not physical. It's in some magical realm, and it's all right. Let's see.
But anything goes. They can do anything. They could create like one could become a dinosaur, and the other one could become something else. And then you get me. Then they could fight on a microscopic level, like some weird stuff. All crazies. Nonsense.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. You know what I'm not down for? I'm down for Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch to throw down, and I do not want Captain Marvel to come in and stop them because she's the strongest Avenger. I don't want to see that.
You want to see Shuri come in and stop it?
I'd rather see Shuri than Captain Marvel, that's for sure.
Nah, you know who you're gonna see? You're gonna see Black Widow jump on somebody's shoulder and start elbowing somebody.
And do that little move that she does, that she's
all the time and drop them.
Sorry ass move that it's like I saw.
Oh man, speaking of Black Widow, I'm patiently waiting for that film because I'm looking forward to that film as well. I thought it looked cool, the trailer to that film. I just don't know when it's gonna drop. I know it got delayed.
I don't know if you have no, they already made an official date.
They made an official announcement like 5 times to the release date.
As of right now, that's true. Scarlet Witch. Here it is.
Black Widow.
That's what I meant. As soon as the picture came out, here it is. She came out in the suit and she was like, Black Widow film. All right, 2021. Here it is. It is release date May 7th, 2021. And this is not going to no streaming service. May 7th, 2021. Wear your mask, get your vaccine. Scarlet Witch is coming to a theater near you. May 7th. So we got March, April, May. So we got next week. Next week we have Justice League. The following week we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As soon as that ends is Loki, and then it goes into Black Widow. Ooh, we good.
Hopefully we're good. A lot of streams. I'm looking forward to Justice League. I want to see where we at. Yo, your boy still dropping it. It's up. It's beyond. It's beyond, Mo. I know it's beyond. It's beyond. But
wanna rant? Otra vez?
I guess he has to do it. Yo, he has to do it. I'm assuming I feel like he's insecure that people forgot about it or just are not interested. And he has to drop all of this. That's how I see it.
I didn't look at it. I was like, enough.
It looks cool though. The Batman one, it looks great. It's just things that I want to see in the movie. I'm like, yo, just let's just see the movie.
I saw the Batman one. He just released a Flash one.
I didn't see the Flash one.
That's what he released today. I was like, this motherfucker. Okay.
Hey man, we get to see the Justice League. I'll be going over. Mo, you got room on that bench?
Yo, I told you, come through, son. We're going
4 hours, Cindy, babe. We got to go over there and watch it with him.
Guys are welcome to come. We'll watch it. Get the popcorn ready. We're gonna have to probably I'll ask everybody, do you guys want to take a break after an hour and a half or 2 hours? Do we go right through it and then we all kind of like, we're good? You know what I mean? Like, come through, and then we'll. I'm not even gonna look at you when I'm watching it, because if I'm watching it and I'm like this.
Oh man, yo, but you can't lie. That's what we used to do in the movie theaters, though. We used to do, and we would have more of us. It would be more of us, so we'll be sitting separate, like this. And then you just
Oh, we will do this.
But yeah, man. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. We're in an hour and 4 minutes, and I gotta go to sleep because I gotta wake up at 5:30, 5:40.
All right, so I guess final thoughts.
Yeah. Final thoughts. I'll go first just
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
just because I'm mean and I have no respect. But no, imagine. But yeah. So WandaVision, it started off weird. It started off quirky. It started off in just a way that no one understood, not even me. I understood what they're doing. I just didn't understand why they were doing it. But you can't front. The trailer showed it. The trailer showed all that quirkiness and that dumbness, corniness, and it's just like, yo, I was prepared to see that. I was just prepared to see more answers, to get more answers, or to my questions. But as the story unfolded and as everything got deeper and as we get horror elements into it and some weird stuff and some very cool homage to different story arcs, to different characters, to different sitcoms, I thought it was just crazy. If you look at it as an overall picture, the amount of work to do this, all of this, and I'm assuming because I saw that Disney's gonna release like a backstage thing to WandaVision.
So next week it's a bonus WandaVision episode, but it's more of the making.
There you go. Because I'm intrigued. I'm like, yo, the crazy effects wasn't all there. It's not like it's too crazy, but to come up with all this material in so many different ways and to make it work, it was crazy. And I do want to see if because usually they probably say the Vision will return. Imagine.
I'm happy they didn't show that.
Yeah, I know. It would just be corny. I mean, but I'm not gonna take it that he died or self-destructed himself, because
no,
why wouldn't they show that? You know,
yeah,
or at least show a light in the air, and then it's like, all right, he killed himself, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely give WandaVision 5 stars, bro. I don't know about 5, bro. I think 5 is really. Why? Let me see if I have any problems. The only problem I have is that Wanda is still a character that is troubled and is still doing things that is hurting people, and I feel like that story is being used a lot. And then when it ended, and they're like, yo, I don't know if she's gonna be bad, I don't know if she's gonna do something, but imagine she does something wrong again and it messes up people. It's like, how many times is she gonna do it? Is it the people's fault that she has this power and she can't control it? Like, I understand that she does, but Doctor Strange has to come in and help her. She has to accept some kind of help, because she can't be doing this forever. And that's where like Iron Man would have came in, you know, because Iron Man was the one that was like, yo, we can't have her, you know. He locked her up in a room and kept her there with Vision, but it was yeah, but he understood, you know. There's an argument for the other side.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not saying I still fall under the argument like she's a good person and she's gonna be good. But the thing is that you got to see it as the other person as well. Those people in Westview suffered a lot, and I'm saying, I wish they went in depth to show how much they were suffering. Because if they're crying, if they're tearing, if they're, you know, doing that weird scene, like stop it. I want more emphasis on all of that, like on what was happening to them, like. You don't know what it felt like. My chest was being ripped open and put back together. Some weird. Imagine that. Imagine somebody suffering from that, and then to come out and to hear that WandaVision. Yeah, that Wanda. You know, she didn't know what she was doing, and she's not locked up, but she's around. And it's like, yo, you don't know what I was suffering in there with my family, my kids. You know, so I want more of an exploration with the characters and their families and what they suffered.
Like where exactly were the kids?
Exactly. Where exactly were they?
While they were acting, the kids were sleeping on their bed. Yeah. And then when those kids were needed, they would like wake up like, yo. Ooh.
remember that person that was putting up clothes she was the one tearing.
Yeah.
Like, man, that gave me the goose. I was like, oh my God. And again, the way you pointed it out, those elements of horror, of thriller, of mystery, like what is going on? Why is this happening? She's the Scarlet Witch. I'm looking forward to it. I loved it. This was out of the ballpark because I did not expect this show to be that good, this great actually. And I can't wait to see more. It sucks, like my girlfriend said. I told you, like she was kind of pissed off that it just ended like that. You know, that it was going to be one season, because she was like, when's the next season coming out? And I was like, unfortunately,
I'm pretty sure that's it. But when money talks, because not to change the subject, remember the joke, Joaquin Phoenix Joker was only one movie. $2 billion later, they're like, yo, we're about to do a part 2 soon.
we're about,
He's like,
we're about to walk into Robert Pattinson's world real quick.
So I think money talks. So I feel it's over.
Yeah.
But you never know, because goddamn, that was good.
Yeah, but we know there's going to be somewhat of a continuation with the character of Wanda
yes.
in the whole multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange.
That's why when I talk about one, I'll explain why that's done.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but yeah, of course. Ultimately, it was a great show, and I can't wait to see more. And I can't wait, like for them to create a show like this. I can't wait to see Winter Soldier and the Falcon. I can't wait to see some other shows of the MCU. Even though if they're ABC characters, it's like, yo, if they could do this, they could make anything happen out of any characters. And I'm from what I'm hearing that Zemo, his mask is a reflection of Thanos and all of that. And I was like, oh my god, beautiful connection. I can't wait. Yeah, the whole purple is like, yeah, and I liked it. I heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, but so Mo, what are your final thoughts on WandaVision?
So my rating 1 to 5, I have it as a 5. Has a 5. You know, this was a show, and I don't like watching shows episode to episode. I like binge watching. This show had me waiting for next Friday, right? You know, what we saw pretty much was the conclusion of Wanda and her grief. All the grief that she dealt with, that's what we just saw right now. That storyline of all her mistakes and everything that you were explaining, that's done. Will there be consequences about those mistakes? I think we'll see that in the next movie with Doctor Strange, because what we're gonna get now is Wanda Prime. She's gonna learn how to use her powers. She's gonna be at her best. What will happen with those powers and what is gonna lead to the multiverse of madness? I guess we'll see. You know, the whole show, like, of how she was dealing with grief and how she was in denial, how she was in acceptance and everything. We saw that in break out through all the episodes and stuff. And that's like to me, it was like beautifully written. Like, who would have thought that MCU could do that? They could make a show. Now we're gonna take this character who so many people have seen in other movies, and we're gonna really break down what she's going through. You know what I mean? They didn't have to do that with her. They could have done that with any other character, but the way they broke it down is like amazing. Also, this movie. I'm sorry, it kind of felt like a movie towards the last 3 or 4 episodes. Kind of like Mandalorian. You talked about how great the cinematic views. This show too did that well. And also, shout out to the main character. What's her name? Elizabeth Olsen. Like, she played the 50s style, 60s style, 70s style, 80s style too. She kept changing her accent, and then she went from good to bad and Agatha too. Like, that's crazy acting to me. You know what I mean? This is a show that's close to near perfect to me, because we've watched 11 years of MCU. We know the recipe. There's a problem. There's the good guys, the bad guys. Over here, from episode 1 to 2, we were like, what is going on? Wait, who's controlling this? And the fact that episode 4, they turned into us. Sword became us, because they were saying the same questions we had. Why is it a sitcom?
Which was so good. It was so good. Right? Especially the supporting characters that came in as well.
The supporting characters, Darcy, who disappeared after Thor Part 2, on Wu, Agent Wu and Monica Rambeau, and all those people. Everybody played their roles good. And also, think about it. How many times did we watch an episode and we were trying to break down who's who, who's doing what, this person's that person, that, and we were all wrong.
Again, and it's great. It's perfect. I'm glad it was wrong. The only thing was the Quicksilver, but other than that, I'm glad I was wrong with everything else.
That was definitely disappointing, because it could have led, but like, all right, we'll figure that out. But the fact that they kind of did like that little meta humor to us, again, like, where does this show go going forward? We'll learn in Doctor Strange. I don't think we're gonna do that anymore. She does a mistake, she learns. No, that's done. That storyline is over. Now we see her as the Scarlet Witch, which is like a prime character. Will she be a major character in the good and bad? Good question. you know, and the fact that she pretty much accepted everything and moved on the way they did it too, that was awesome because they finally got the final goodbye. She got an official goodbye with Vision. That's what she wanted, and Vision wanted. They find so she could move on that way. 5 stars. And now I'm excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier because if they could get busy like that, what's next?
So I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of the MCU. I want to be a part of it. I want to be.
Yo, send the application, bro.
Yeah, but who do I
www.mcu.com.
But who can I be?
Whoever you want. I know who you could be.
Miles Morales.
Mephisto. Hold on. Another thing that people said, WandaVision will be connected to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man Spider-Verse, the one with Tom Holland, not Tobey Maguire, and the other ones, which I don't believe. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Home. Damn, I forgot. Spider-Man.
Oh, it just got announced, right? Spider-Man Home Sick?
Home something.
Homie? Spider-Man Homie from the block?
It's something that he can't go home because he's pretty much a fugitive now.
Home, Find My Home? Spider-Man
Far From Home? No,
that was the second movie.
Hold on.
Spider-Man. Yo, it just showed Spider-Man. Where's My Home? No, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Far No Way Home.
Oh, Spider-Man No Way Home.
He can't go home because already remember that they revealed his identity and he's a fugitive because he killed this guy. But they say that she's also going to be connected in that. What? How? Can't wait to see that.
She's gonna blank everybody's mind.
She's gonna go, She's gonna do the wiggly woogly, like Quicksilver said. You did the wiggly woogly.
Which was creepy when she did that to Agnes. When she went up to Agnes and she moved in a creepy way. Oh God, it was good. Oh man, I just wish, and I've been wanting DC to go through the horror element.
They could.
But Marvel is slowly kicking in with little hints of it. And I know, I'm like, yo, DC, they just needed the horror elements, especially with Batman and his rogue gallery. Like, go that route. Go the Scarecrow route. Go. But if Marvel does it, whatever, it's good either way. Logan was like, it ended weird. I mean,
Logan, your beard is weird. That's what I meant, Logan, just in case.
Ben Compton, No Way Home. There you go.
What up, Ben?
Woodwords.
We were like,
No Way Home.
Come back home. Home away from home? Fantastic Four. Home. What? No.
When are we gonna get the Fantastic Four? When are we gonna get X-Men?
Yo, did you hear? I know we're gonna wrap up the show. They already said that it's already being filmed.
Oh, the mutant? Is that real? Something about mutants?
I hope it is.
Why can't they call it X-Men?
No, anytime somebody's filming a movie, let's say you live right there in Queens, right? And you look out and they're filming a movie. And what if you see a car and it says Fantastic Four? Oh, they're filming Fantastic Four. They always put like a fake name. So
that's what they did for Spider-Man. They were filming Spider-Man next to my girl's house. And I was like, what is it? It was some weird project. And then I figured out that somebody was like, they're doing Spider-Man and it's going under the name of this. And I was like, oh, okay.
So they say under mutants. But you know why it could be not like, you know why I don't think it's true? Why name it? Why can't you name it something else that's not close to X-Men than the mutants? We could put 2 and 2 together. Like, wait a minute. Or what it is the mutants, but it's actually Fantastic Four. Trying to throw like
I need some more. It's crazy. I can't wait for the future. I can't wait for little hints. And I love the fact of the Mandalorian, WandaVision, having cinematic views, being so emotional, being so creative. Because a lot of people were like, these shows are not going to be like the movies. The show and the way it progressed and the amount of emotions and the acting, the actress, you see more of the actress than you ever seen in any movie. Like, honestly, I didn't know she can act like that. Damn. And what it took was a whole movie, was a whole season for her to show us like, I'm a great actress.
Were you, real quick, were you upset of the special appearance at the end that it was that we were being trolled?
Nah, I was fine with it.
But remember
I thought that was funny. I thought that was mother. Like it,
himself.
yeah, and it was cool. It was cool to say that, you know, like yo, at the end we get a special cameo, and I love. I just saw that interview today. He was like, "Is a guy that I've been dying to work with." So to come out to say that, and then it's actually him. I didn't get mad. I thought that was a cool joke. Honestly, with that show going like that, with that episode going like that, I saw that there was no entrance for Magneto. There was no entrance for anybody else. I was like, all right, it's cool. It would have been cool,
but let's keep it real though. Which, by the way, when they interviewed him, the director of the show said, this guy Paul Bettany dug himself in such a deep hole with the special appearance that he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just let it be. I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm just lying. I don't even think it would have been cool just for us to talk about. I don't think the show needed it. No. It just needed to end that way.
No, it was great. We would be crazy excited if some crazy thing can't happen like that. But I think it would have taken away from Scarlet Witch, from Wanda. And I think the way it ended and her going through the books and reading the Book of the Damned, and we already know how powerful she is. So imagine having all of this power again. It's just like who's gonna go against her if not Doctor Strange? If they need to go against her, or who would she go against? You know?
Yeah, I think now we're just gonna have to wait and see, and that's the fun part because now we can speculate and be wrong, just like we were about everything about WandaVision.
And everybody else like, yo, no, the kids are Mephisto. No, the girl's Mephisto. No, the neighbor's Mephisto. No,
the duck that was transporting that she kept disappearing, but he was red. Red means Mephisto. I was like, what?
The first color you see in the whole episode is red, so it has to be. And I was just like, I mean, at that point, I was like, all right, I'll follow this rabbit hole. I mean, it could make sense. And I was just there like, yo, we just went through 6 characters. And then it just made me look at each character like, okay, oh man, that guy blinked. He blinked twice back to back. Hold on.
Yo, one eye turned red. It was the post office. The guy that said, I'm just here to... That's Mephisto.
That guy was weird. I wish he had more to him than what it was, you know, because I felt like he was important.
He twice he randomly popped up and said something weird. And also they made us think that Dottie was somebody important, the girl with the blonde hair. But it wasn't that they were doing that on purpose in a way.
Yeah.
That's smart writing because it
throws us off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has us focusing over here. It's like a magic trick. You keep your eyes over here while we're doing the magic over here.
Like drunk vision. We got drunk off gum.
Bubblicious. But yo, Mo, thank you for joining me tonight. Talking about WandaVision. It's overdue. I want some consistency. So as soon as I'm done with the schooling, as soon as I got the rhythm going with school and work, and I'm dropping videos and reading comics, then we could definitely get on board and start doing things. But I know a lot of activity was happening on your channel with the whole gaming.
We, my son had a few new games. So anytime he has a cool new game, I have him go live. We try to explain it as to what he's doing. This Tuesday, I'll be going live on my channel with my older son, Mo Jr. He has some more statues and some pops that will show. But it's mostly going to be with the gaming and then with the statues. And then when TK gets it on point, we do some pop culture.
Yeah. I mean, everything should be on board in the next couple of weeks. And
do you think, man?
That'll give us time to go hard with Winter Soldier and the Falcon.
We could
go through that.
Yo, we could even do this. What if we watch Winter Soldier and on Sunday be like, oh, the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm down for that.
Yeah. But then, spoiler alert,
True. But yeah, anything regarding my channel, I always let people know ahead of time whether it's gaming or statue. So I guess be on the lookout. Or
Tuesday, right? Tuesday, I'm ready. Because last episode, I was in there like no other. I was really like
9 p.m. because he has 2 to 3. He has 2 to 3. I laugh because there's some dope ones and some funny ones. He has 2 to 3. We're gonna show him some new pops. So Tuesday, 9 p.m. Dudes Talking Comics with Mo Jr. and Logan.
All right, I do want to say thank you to everybody that came through. The women came through today too.
Hey.
That was pretty cool. We got their insight on what they thought. We came to a conclusion that Wanda was the person that suffered the most throughout the show.
I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, like, yeah, damn. How much more does she need to suffer? That she got cool powers and a cool suit. Time to move on.
I know. I wonder who made her costume when she turns into the Scarlet Witch. Like, did she create that?
Because at first I thought the crown was gonna be like powery, and I was like, I don't know, I think that's kind of corny. But then it became
it kind of felt like Hellboy for a bit there. Like it was like showing like the powerful. But we did get an insight about that too, like the future look, because that was her in that thing.
Oh, in the Mind Stone.
Yeah. So, but I do want to say thank you for everybody that joined us. We'll definitely let you guys know on Instagram when we're gonna do things, either gaming or comic book talk or any news that is coming out. We do have Batman. I mean, I wish we had Batman. We do have Justice League coming out soon as well. I'm down to talk about Godzilla versus King Kong if Mo's down.
That's the second movie night in my crib, son.
Yeah, Mo's down to say that we go into the monster fights and we see how that is. But see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone. And don't forget, eat your vegetables. Huh?